wahre Geschichte von Lee Sun-sin.
I read the autobiography when it came out, which was in Australia a huge bestseller. I mean, it's sold about 1 million copies, which is incredible. But I thought it would make a good film, but I didn't really think it could be done because I never thought we'd find the dancer to play the main role. I thought, well, you've got to find a Chinese dancer who's a great dancer, got to speak English, got to speak Mandarin, got to be good looking, got to be able to act. I thought it's going to be impossible. But then Jane Scott, the producer, she bought an option on the book. She came to me and said, oh, well, look, we'll just have to try and find somebody. I said, well, if we don't, we can't make it. I mean, what can we do? We did, luckily, we found Chi Chow here dancing in England. He went to the same training school as Lee Sun-sin in Beijing. But he left China when it was more liberal. He left when he was only 15 and went to England on a scholarship to dance in England. But there was no problem with him going. But he had grown up in a similar with similar training, yeah. Yes, yeah. Which is very tough in China. They're very tough.
Betrat eine ihm völlig unbekannte Welt. Du musst frei sein, fliegen zu können.
We had a wonderful choreographer, an Australian called Graham Murphy, who had been a very famous dancer himself. He and his wife, who's also a dancer, they came to China and they found all the Chinese dancers, and we brought them all to Beijing because they went around to various schools, brought them to Beijing and they taught them, and he choreographed every dance in the movie. He did everything. All the Chinese dances, all the European, all the classic dances, the Stravinsky and the Tchaikovsky, he did all of that. Right. Not me, I mean, I can't dance.
But you had the supervision and you said you liked it.
Yes, I saw all the rehearsals, you see, and when I saw the rehearsals, I could work out how to film them. I tried to make it as true to the facts as I could. You see, it was one of those films where not only could I meet the real dancer, who's still not even 50 years old, but I met all the other people as well. See, I met everybody. I met the wife, the girlfriend, the first wife, I met the lawyer and the choreographer and all the people who danced with him. So I was able to see what they were like, and then to try and portray them as accurately as possible. I met his mother and father. His father died early this year, but his mother is still alive. And I met them, and they told me how they went to America and went on stage and all that. So I was able to get all the information straight from the horse's mouth. It's really a matter of the script, I think, being very dramatic. See, when the scriptwriter, Jan Sardi, first did the script was continuous. It was the little boy getting older and then going to America. And I said, that's not the best way to do it. I said it would be better to go China, America, China, 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 America, America, China. I said, then we can contrast the two societies. So I got hold of his script and I put it on the table and I got some scissors and I cut it up and I rearranged all the scenes and we filmed it like that. But it was it was very practical, and it was a much better way of doing the story because you can always then contrast you can contrast America with China most effectively. Yeah. And besides, if we'd done it in a straight line, it would have meant that the first 3/4 of an hour of the film was in Chinese. Nobody would watch it. There were some political problems because the government objected to things in the script. They didn't want Chairman Mao in the film. They didn't want Madam Mao in the film. They didn't want scenes like where he was the teacher was arrested and carted away. They didn't want that. But we just said, well, what could we say? We just said, oh, well, yes. We didn't change anything.
Will this film be screened in China?
No.
Why?
No. Because they still object. But the DVD is on sale everywhere.
But they do object.
The government does, yes. They won't show it in the theatres. But everybody's seen it. I get emails from the Chinese crew, have all seen it.
Yes, is that great?
Yes, they love it.